Hey you, this is PD-NOShame here. First save this account. So I wanted to give a short explanation why I made this account, what's the reason for it, just small talk. So I started this account because I noticed that when I went to look on the internet there was a lot of information on people with PDD-NOS. That is something in my country that is a form of autism. So in my country, which is the Netherlands, it is called PDD-NOS in Dutch. So that will be PDD-NOS in English. I don't know if it's called the same, but I'll be calling it this way just because it's the only thing I know. I didn't feel like looking at the English version and it's easier for me this way. But why did I make this account? So this account is for small talk. I have a therapist coming over at my house each week to talk about my symptoms as a PDD-NOS person. Yay me! Also, I need to clear my head a bit sometimes. It's a lot of information I am getting. It's also I'm annoyed by myself sometimes because of this all, and it's a very difficult process sometimes. I wanted to talk a little bit about the symptoms I have, and I'll try to record a video at least each week. I'll try to, and I'll try to remember what my therapist told me about all of it. I'll record a video with it, and I'll try to tell you what I have learned that day, so that maybe you get to look at your own symptoms if you are also someone with PDD-NOS, so you can look at your own symptoms and see if there is anything that you could do about that. For example, I have, well, let's see, you have the five senses, I guess, which is taste, smell, vision, or seeing, sight, I don't know. What did I say? Taste, smell, vision, feeling on the skin, and what was the last one? Oh yes, hearing. So I'm starting with taste. For example, I have had some schnitzel, and I have had a few of those, different ones, and I didn't really like it. So immediately I say no to everything with the word schnitzel in it. If I hear that word, I just can't eat it. I can't do that. It's something in my mind that compares the word schnitzel to the taste that I get in my mouth, which isn't, I didn't like the taste. So it combines those, and as soon as someone says we're eating schnitzel, I can't eat it. I just can't. I can't. Put it in my mouth, I can't eat it. Let's just keep it at I can't. So that is one of those things. It sounds pretty simple, but it's really, really, really annoying. Especially when you have to go for dinner with someone, for example, for a job. That's not my problem right now, but for example, you go out for work, for dinner, and there are just, if you have this very, very, very often with a lot of food, it is so annoying because you will have to look at that list with food and all it has in that certain dish, and you see that in a lot of dishes there is that one little thing that you can't stand, that one little thing that you can't eat. So because you see that word and you immediately think, I don't want to taste that again, you immediately rank the whole food, so everything that's in there, even if there's only one schnitzel in it and everything in there is something else, the rest of it, I can't eat it. I can't do that. If I see the word schnitzel, even if it's only one little thing of one certain dish, I am not taking that dish. I just can't. If I see the word, if I see the specific food myself, I can't eat that. Put it in front of my nose, I will refuse. I won't eat it. I won't. Because I can't do that. That's something my mind tells me I can't do that. So yeah, that's one thing. Going on with sight, some people look at a certain part of other people the whole time. I only see the full image, so that's a symptom I do not have. But for example, a friend of mine, which also has PDD-NOS, she always looks first at the eyes of a person. Always. Because she had some issues with her own eyes. She didn't like them. She really didn't. So because they were a bit, she didn't like the eye corners here. So she always looked at people in their eyes, and she always went, oh, those are beautiful. She has beautiful eyes. He has nice eyes. It was always like that. That was the first thing she notices. And if I said, oh, do you like her outfit? She didn't know what I was talking about because she didn't look at the outfit. She only looked at the eyes when a person came by. Nope. And that's just one thing with sight. Then there is smell. Some people can really tell when someone is wearing something else. For example, I don't have this symptom either, but my therapist told me about one person, and she always wore the same perfume, and then that perfume was, well, it ran out. So she got another one, and she only visits this person once a week. And that person turns to her, it was a little kid, by the way, and she says, you stink, because she could smell that she was wearing another perfume. That is just, it sounds really weird when you think about it, that you can smell when someone else is wearing another perfume while you only see them once a week or 1 hour in 1 week, and they can smell that. That is, for you normal people out there, it might be weird. To us with PDD-NOS, it is actually a pretty common symptom. Then hearing, there are people who can listen to people talking when there are also other noises. So also they have trouble with going out for dinner with persons, other people, because they hear everything around them much louder. I don't have the symptom again. I can put something aside. I can ignore one conversation or one specific sound from television or something, and listen to another person. I can completely ignore it. Sometimes I do hear something that sounds familiar, and then I can focus on both. But it's not that I really can't listen to any of it because I'm going crazy or something. But there are people who cannot ignore a certain conversation or sound on a television, and they hear everything going all mixed up through each other everywhere. So that is very much fun. Not really. And then there is the nerves feeling. And that is a symptom, and this is really no fun. This is one of the worst symptoms I have. I have the no fun symptom. And that is, for example, when I went to school, I always wore long shirts with very, very, very long sleeves. Most of the time they cover even my hands. And, well, let's just say it was summer, so it became very hot in those clothing, in those outfits. So I went back to wearing t-shirts. I was walking in the hallway, and someone bumps against me, hands touch, no problem. Another person bumps against me, skin on skin, with the upper arms, and I stand still completely, get a whole shudder through my whole body, and I can't move for about a minute because I am completely grossed out. I couldn't focus on anything else. I went to my classroom and I kept rubbing my arm, trying to make it clean. Because, to me, I feel gross at that moment. I can't help touching others skin to skin. Same goes for my friend. She hugged me from behind. I hit her straight into the face. Because when people touch me here, with hands it's no problem, but when I go shoulder to shoulder, I can take it. I really can. So I almost cannot go swimming, because if I bump into someone in the water, then I am the one getting the shudder. Sometimes I even hit people. I go slapping all the way because I'm just completely taken by surprise. I can't help that. It's something I do without myself knowing. And there was this other time where a classmate of mine felt a bit pitiful for me when I found out I had PDD-NOS. So she said, "You poor thing." She came to me, she wanted to hug me, she did, and the only thing I could do was, I was completely numb. I was paralyzed, frozen in place, I couldn't do anything. The only thing I said was, let me go, please, for the love of God, let me go. I'm gonna hit you if you don't. And I really do. Because with her, she hugged me with me. I was a little bit knowing she was going to, because I can see her coming at me to hug me. But if people do that without telling me at first, you really have to tell me, I am going to hug you now. It won't last more than a minute. If I don't know that information, I'm gonna freak out. I'm really gonna freak out. It's just something in my brain that has been created with the years. I freak out. If I don't know someone is going to touch me or hug me, and for how long that will be, I freak out. And I will do everything to make sure that touch is going away. So I sometimes hit people. Not really with a fist, but mostly flat hand. But still, it's not something you're supposed to do. And that is where the problem lies. So that is a bit about the senses this time. I'm staying within 15 minutes. And next time I think I am going to talk about a few points that include contact with people or hobbies. As you can see, I am a bit of a creative person, and that is a very big influence with my PDD-NOS. And we'll talk about that next time. You can find me on my channel, of course. You can write me a message or PM me, leave a comment below. And if you really feel like you don't want to risk anything here on YouTube, you don't want YouTube to read it, or you don't want others to read it, then you can also mail me. My email is PDD-NOShame. As you can see, my account. I'll put a link in the description. It's PDD, then it's a line, I don't know how to call it, and it's a little line, and then it's noshame@hotmail.com. I'll put a link in the description if you want to email me with a certain question about anything about PDD-NOS, then just mail me. Do mind though, if it's some kind of stupid email or you're just sending me a chain reaction email, then it's not something I'm gonna reply to, and I might block my account for others, so you're ruining it for others, not for me. Just so you know. So I'll see you at the next episode, if I'm gonna film that. I don't know when that will be, probably next week, or yeah, maybe this week, but it's already Sunday, so it will probably be next week. I'll try to keep up with this channel, and everything I learn and find in my life, I will record, because I feel like people might have some use to it. I am also a collector. I collect many things. I will show you and I will tell you about it. You know what? I will tell you about that in the next episode. Me collecting a lot of things, because to some people that has something to do with PDD-NOS as well. So I'll see you in the next episode that will be collecting for you. Goodbye.